Hello and welcome to Wolong Dynasty. I'm Shadowcoast and welcome to the channel. If you're like me, I have found it literally impossible to beat the first boss. So I did a little research and it turns out that, like many Souls and Bloodborne type games, you do in fact have to level up before you can beat even the first boss. So in this video we're going to do some tips on how to do that quickly, or relatively quickly. Remember these major totems, when you rest you can restore your healing, so you should have 3, and then you can level up battle preparations, wizardry spells, fast travel between areas, which is really helpful. But the other main thing these things do is actually reset enemies. So we're going to have a little farming run here. I'm going to show you the first time you kind of go up here, there will be extra things you can collect to level up, so don't forget to do that. So we're going to just quickly make our way up. If we can, we could probably jump these guys. But we're at the point now, I think we're like level 8, where it's easy enough. Probably easier just to fight them than trying to sneaking around, or faster. Oh, screwed that up. Alright, you can break these boxes. Sometimes they have items. I think we collected all the potential items we could get. Actually, I didn't. I lied. You can still collect different items when you're doing your farming run. So when we rest again, we're going to have... we don't have enough to level up. So I made the cardinal sin of not paying attention, and I was kind of going across the board. And in retrospect, for the first boss fight, you're really going to want to focus on the first two. So basically, Word Virtue is going to impact your health, and then Fire Virtue is going to affect your spirits and how much is consumed with martial arts. So when you're kind of putting out to fight, so really, Wood Virtue is your number one thing you're going to want to upgrade, followed by a little Fire Virtue. I'm going to probably do primarily Wood Virtue up to level 10 before I take on the main boss. So now that I did that, you can break these boxes again. I actually have no idea if like items can spawn again. Maybe they can, maybe they can't. But as we just saw, that enemies can drop more items. So if you're also looking for like a specific type of weapon, like a pole arm, right now I have some dual melee weapons, or two-handed melee weapons that I kind of like. Really fast attack, although my defense is kind of lower. That's okay, because I don't plan, well, I say I don't plan on getting hit, but then I go ahead and get hit. Now what am I doing? I'm talking and not paying attention. Come on. There we go. So there, remember when you sneak up on enemies, if you click on, I'm playing on Xbox, so it's Y, it gives you all the PS4, PlayStation controllers, which are super confusing. So I can post a video on that. But yeah, so that's your farming run. So let's talk about upgrades here. So I mentioned that you're really going to want to focus on Wood Virtue. This is going to affect the HP and the amount of spirit you lose when attacked. So you're going to want to have high HP, because unless you're just super adept at dodging damage from the first boss, you're going to take damage. You're going to want a little higher spirit, or excuse me, a little higher HP. You're going to want to have your spirit built up so you can do special attacks and moves. Fire Virtue is going to directly affect the amount of spirit gained when attacking. The more spirit, the more cool moves you can do, so that's super critical. When we look at Earth Virtue, this affects equipment weight limit, amount of spirit gained when deflecting an attack. This is important, but quite frankly, deflecting attacks, while helpful, is not going to be as critical as really focusing on having kind of a higher health pool, at least in my opinion, early game. Obviously, you can kind of keep farming as much as you want to upgrade all of these. They're all going to help you. Metal Virtue affects the duration at a high level of spirit, can be maintained for. This is really the least important one for the first battle. I don't think you're going to be using a lot of wizardry spells. At least I don't plan on using a lot of wizardry spells. to get past the first boss. Water Virtue affects how easily enemies can detect you. This one is completely worthless for the first boss fight if that's what you're trying to get past, which is where we're at. One other comment here on some general items is there is a higher tiered enemy, so you can kind of go all the way back because everybody respawns. So let's go show you this kind of enemy you can unlock. Not unlock, but you know, fight. I don't recommend fighting until you're. I have gotten owned by him trying to beat him once already, so I don't think. I think you're gonna want to be like a level, probably like a level 12, because I think he's level 15 if memory serves. So if you come all the way back here and come down here. There's that guy. He's level 15. I am going to kind of get to level 10, maybe 12, try to take him on and see what happens and see what's over there. So we can check that out a little bit later. Just wanted to call that out, that's kind of another option to consider. So I'm going to keep farming here, but hopefully this is kind of helpful on how to farm and level up in Wolong to take on the first boss. If you did find this video helpful, please consider dropping a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Shadow Coast out.